4 types of cheese that help increase life expectancy for people over 60, and 4 you should avoid today. If you're in your 60s or older, you may think you're smart enough to know what's good for you and what's bad for you. But today, I want to share with you something that few people pay attention to. Cheese. That's right. A seemingly harmless, everyday staple can be a health companion, or a silent cause of stroke, high blood pressure, and even dementia. And what worries me the most, what your doctor won't tell you. Did you know that according to a 2023 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, eating the wrong types of cheese can increase your risk of heart disease by up to 40% without you even realizing it? Researchers found that the saturated fat found in some popular cheeses can silently contribute to clogged arteries, high blood pressure, and even multiple strokes known as transient ischemic attacks. Have you noticed this yet? If so, please leave a comment I used it below to let me know you are on board and ready to make changes for your health. Something as simple and harmless as a dollop of ice cream on a cracker or a grilled cheese sandwich can cause a health time bomb, especially if you're over 60, when your body's ability to process fat and sodium declines significantly. So in today's video, I, a nutritionist, will reveal the cheese that experts are now calling a stroke on the plate and delve into the 4 types of cheese to avoid and 4 types to add to your daily diet to protect your health as you age naturally. Let's explore until the end because the most important part is at the end of the video. Before we get started, don't forget to click like if you care about health and want others to know, and comment on the type of cheese you use most often so I can support and advise you more accurately. Don't forget to subscribe to the Health Tips 365 channel so that every day you will receive useful advice from experts as a trusted companion on your journey to a healthier life. 4 types of cheese you should avoid completely if you are over 60. 1. American cheese. In fact, this product is not cheese at all. It is made by mixing real cheese with emulsifiers, added salt, food coloring, and preservatives. A slice of American cheese, about 28 grams, contains about 380 to 420 milligrams of sodium, equivalent to 15 to 18% of the recommended daily intake of sodium, according to the American Heart Association, AHA. For older adults who are controlling their blood pressure, this amount of sodium is too high and can increase the risk of high blood pressure and heart failure over time. Not only that, emulsifiers like sodium citrate and phosphate in American cheese have been shown to unbalance the gut microbiome, a key factor in maintaining immunity and controlling inflammation. According to research published in the Journal of Nutrition and Aging, an imbalance in the microbiome can increase the risk of chronic inflammation by up to 35% in people over 60. In addition, this type of cheese often contains synthetic inorganic phosphates, an additive that the U.S. National Kidney Institute, NKF, warns can increase the risk of arterial calcification by up to 2.5 times in older adults. This means accelerating the process of atherosclerosis, making blood vessels stiffer and more vulnerable. As a nutritionist, I always recommend choosing real cheeses, like fresh mozzarella, organic feta, that are low in sodium, less than 150 milligrams per serving, additive-free, and still provide adequate nutrients. Because your health shouldn't come at the expense of quick convenience. 2. Blue cheese. Blue cheese may be considered a gourmet delicacy, but for people over 60, it can be a major potential health risk. This cheese contains penicillium mold, which produces biological compounds such as tyramine and histamine, which can cause high blood pressure, migraines, and heart rhythm disturbances. A 2023 study published in Food Chemistry found that high levels of tyramine can increase systolic blood pressure by an average of 9 to 13 millimeters Gauge in older adults with weak metabolizing enzymes. This is especially dangerous for people who are taking MAO inhibitors or have a history of heart disease. Not only that, blue cheese, especially soft, unpasteurized varieties, also carries a high risk of listeria contamination. According to the CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, listeria is the leading cause of meningitis in people over 65, with a mortality rate of up to 20 to 30% if not detected promptly. If you have ever experienced dizziness, facial flushing, chest tightness, or headaches after eating blue cheese, it may not be due to simple fatigue. These are early warning signs of neurological overload due to tyramine buildup in the blood. Instead, you can choose mild fermented cheeses such as ricotta or feta, which are low in tyramine, easy to digest, and rich in probiotics. 3. Cream cheese. Soft, smooth, and spreadable, cream cheese is a breakfast staple. However, it is high in saturated fat, around 5 grams per 30 grams serving, which is nearly 25% of the AHA's recommended daily limit for saturated fat. Not only is it high in fat, but cream cheese is also low in protein and virtually devoid of fiber, making it a high-energy, nutrient-poor food. This can easily lead to uncontrolled weight gain, especially in the abdominal area, where dangerous visceral fat accumulates in older adults. Additionally, because it is a soft cheese, it is susceptible to Listeria monocytogenes, especially if not stored properly. The CDC advises that the risk of Listeria infection in older adults may be 8 to 10 times higher than in younger adults. Many cream cheese products today also contain added sugar in flavored versions such as strawberry, honey, or berries, increasing the risk of high blood sugar and inflammation. Recommendation: limit the use of cream cheese in your daily menu. If you want to use it, choose the unsweetened, low-fat variety and always refrigerate below 4 degrees Celsius. You can replace it with ricotta or low-fat cottage cheese. 4. Processed cheese spread. It may seem convenient and easy to eat, but cheese spread is one of the foods that contains the most artificial additives, including sodium phosphate, trans fats, and synthetic food coloring. According to the National Kidney Foundation, sodium phosphate can double the risk of chronic kidney failure in people over 60. Trans fats, although restricted in many countries, can still appear in cheap products and have been shown to increase LDL, bad cholesterol, decrease HDL, good cholesterol, and cause inflammation of blood vessels. A small serving, 30 grams, of cheese spread can contain up to 450 to 500 milligrams of sodium, which is more than is safe for a snack. In addition, this type of cheese does not provide significant protein or micronutrients, but it can be very satisfying and difficult to control portion sizes. Alternative suggestion: instead of cheese spread, try a thin slice of fresh cheese, such as mozzarella, or a thin layer of hummus. Delicious, heart-healthy, and digestive-friendly. A small change in food choices, such as replacing a slice of processed cheese with fresh mozzarella, can help protect your heart, improve digestion, and maintain memory. Consider this an act of self-love for your health, independence, and long-term quality of life. If you find this content useful, don't hesitate to leave a comment sharing the type of cheese you usually eat or what you are wondering. I will read and advise you wholeheartedly. And don't forget to subscribe to the Health Tips 365 channel to continue accompanying me on the journey of living healthy and happy every day. Stay tuned for the next video where we will reveal the best, most nutritious, and cheapest cheeses.